Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, according to the time where you are. Ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ káàsán, ẹ káalẹ́, gẹ́gẹ́ bí àsìkò ibi tí ẹ bá wà. My name is Oluwafọlákẹ́mi Busari. The topic we have today is ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe. Ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe means a verb. Like we always use English to teach Yoruba language because of the target audience, which are the English speakers that want ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe in Yoruba. Ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe, it means what you are doing, an action. In a sentence, we always have part of speech in every sentence. We always have the noun, the verb, the preposition, and so on and so forth. In Yoruba, we have ọ̀rọ̀ orúkọ, ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe, ọ̀rọ̀ àlòpọ̀, different kinds of ọ̀rọ̀, the subject in a sentence, nínú gbólóhùn kan. Like today we are looking at ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe, which is called noun. Ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí a máa ń lò láti fi jẹ́ kí gbólóhùn kó ní ìtumọ̀. That means the verb is what we use to make sentence comes alive, to have meaning. Without verb, without ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe, the sentence will not be meaningful. So we have like most ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe in Yoruba, it could just be a 2-letter words, ọ̀rọ̀ méjì. It doesn't mean that it has to be very long. It could just be 2-letter words. It could be 5-letter words. It could be anything, but at least a minimum of 2-letter words, like wa. Wa is come. It's ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe. Wa. Ó wá sílé mi. He came to my house. Ó wá sílé mi. Wa means come. You could say wa, that is look for it. It's still ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe, is a verb. Look for it. Wá aṣọ yẹn, look for the clothes. We could have wọ aṣọ, wear clothes. Wọ bàtà, wear shoes. Wọ agbádá, wear a very big men's clothes. We call it agbada. That's a native cloth for a man in Yoruba culture. We could say bọ́ aṣọ, remove your clothes. Bọ́ bàtà, remove your shoe. Bọ́ ẹ̀gbà ọrùn, ẹ̀gbà ọrùn means chain, remove it. Bọ́, that is remove. Bọ́ means remove. We can now use that remove in different sentences. Bọ́ aṣọ, remove your clothes. Bọ́ bàtà, remove your shoe. Bọ́ ẹ̀gbà ọrùn, remove your chain. Bọ́ ìyẹ̀rẹ̀tì, remove your earring. Bọ́ aago, remove your watch. So we could use for. For is another verb. For means wash. For wash. For aṣọ. In Yoruba land, before the invention or the introduction of washing machine, we normally use her hands to wash clothes. We say, mo fẹ́ fọ aṣọ, I want to wash clothes. Mo fẹ́ fọ aṣọ, mo fẹ́ fọ bàtà, I want to wash my shoe. Mo fẹ́ fọ àpótí mi, I want to wash my box. Mo fẹ́ fọ ojú. Mo fẹ́ fọ ojú. I want to wash my face. I want to wash my face. Mo fẹ́ fọ ojú. We could have another verb, lọ. Lọ means ironing or grind. We iron clothes. Mo fẹ́ lọ aṣọ. We only iron clothes, so we can only lọ aṣọ. Lọ ata, grind. In Yoruba land, before the invention of the grinding machine or blender, we use our hands to grind pepper on a mortar. That's what we call grinding stone. We use grinding stone to grind pepper. Like you want to cook soup, you grind it, so we call it alo. Alilo epa. We can grind peanut. Alilo ogi. That's what we call ogi in Yoruba. That is pap. It's similar to custard. It is used um, with corn. It's a blend of corn. So when we can actually law ogi, we can blend, we can grind. Before we use it, now we use machine to do most of those things, but in the past we use a grinding stone. There's a massive grinding stone that you put all those things with a stone and we start grinding, and it grinds very well. We can grind melon, egusi, yes. Bọ́ bàtà, bọ́ means remove. Bọ́ bàtà, bọ́ aṣọ. We can say fọ abọ́. Fọ means wash. Mo fẹ́ fọ abọ́. Mo fẹ́ fọ irun. I want to wash my hair. Mo fẹ́ fọ ẹnu. Fọ, that is, we could say brush, but in Yoruba we use it as fọ. For mo fẹ́ fọ ẹnu, fọ ẹnu. It means I want to clean my mouth. In most cases, what do we use to clean our mouth? It's just like brush, sticking. There's what we call chewing stick in Yoruba land. So we also use that one to clean her mouth. We were using that before the innovations of the toothbrush and toothpaste. So we can use that. So we can clean our mouth. Afẹ́ fọ ẹnu. Lọ fọ ẹnu ẹ. Go and clean your mouth. That is àfọ ẹnu. Mo lè fọ ara. I can wash myself. I can wash my body. That's mo fọ ara. A lè fọ ilé. We can clean a house. Then when we say we are cleaning a house, a lè sọ pé à ń fọ ilé. That is washing. You wash a house, that's you fọ ilé. O lè fọ abọ́. That means I can wash the house. I can wash the plate that mo ń fọ abọ́. So many ways we can use ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe in Yoruba. I remember I said ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe means verb, what we're actually doing. What I'm doing presently is also ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe. I am teaching. Mò ń dáni lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Mò ń kọ́ni. So it could also be ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe. I'm talking. Mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ is also a part of ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣe. So the next time we're going to talk about àmì ohùn. The next lesson we're going to look truly with àmì ohùn, because most of all what we're saying is still boiling down to the fact that we can pronounce two words the same in a different way, but has the same spelling. For, for, for means wash. For break. It's still the same spelling, but not the same pronunciation. So what differentiates it is the intonation mark. Is that the Yoruba has three types of intonation marks. In our next lesson, we'll be checking through the three intonations. Before we go, let us give ourselves a poem before we go. Ọmọ tó mọ̀yá rẹ̀ lójú ó ṣí yóò tọmọ yẹn pa. Ọmọ tó mọ̀yá rẹ̀ lójú ó ṣí yóò tọmọ yẹn pa. Ìyá tó jìyà pọ̀ lórí rẹ̀, bàbá tó jìyà púpọ̀ lórí rẹ̀, ọmọ tó mọ̀yá rẹ̀ lójú ó ṣí yóò tọmọ yẹn pa. Ọmọ tó mọ̀yá rẹ̀ lójú ó ṣí yóò tọmọ yẹn pa. Ọmọ tó mọ̀yá rẹ̀ lójú ó ṣí yóò tọmọ yẹn pa. Ìyá tó jìyà púpọ̀ lórí rẹ̀, bàbá tó jìyà púpọ̀ lórí rẹ̀, ọmọ tó mọ̀yá rẹ̀ lójú ó ṣí yóò tọmọ yẹn pa. The meaning of the song in English is a child that disobeys his parents will end up in mystery, it will end up in regret, in frustration, in miserable way. The child will not amount to anything because according to the Yoruba culture, your parents is next to your gods. They are the ones to be worshipped. They are the ones to be obeyed because they suffer so much on you. For the father that suffered that you might live, the mother that suffered so you might live, the child who disobeys his parents will end up to be miserable. I am so sure that we will not want to end up to be miserable. So, what is the way forward for this? Most of the Yoruba songs and poetry is just to teach moral lessons. How do we do not to end up to be miserable? Is to follow the path our parents lay down unto us, to obey them in good, to ask question when we don't understand. Asking question is not the same thing as being rude. If they ask you to do something and you don't understand, instead of you to ask your neighbors or your friend, why don't you ask them? Mom, Dad, I don't understand what you said I should do. Can you please explain? Mom and Dad will gladly do that. Any child who disobeys his or her parents will end up to be miserable in life. They will not amount to anything in the society because the parents are the demigod. They are the small gods that God has given unto a child to guide that child aright. It's your parents that will guide you aright. So if you don't listen to them, how do you know the right direction to take? You make a lot of mistakes in life. I hope you will listen to your parents. I hope you will obey them so as not to end up to be miserable in life. Let's sing together again. Ọmọ tó mọ̀yá rẹ̀ lójú ó ṣí yóò tọmọ yẹn pa. Ọmọ tó mọ̀yá rẹ̀ lójú ó ṣí yóò tọmọ yẹn pa. Ìyá tó jìyà pọ̀ lórí rẹ̀, bàbá tó jìyà púpọ̀ lórí rẹ̀, ọmọ tó mọ̀yá rẹ̀ lójú Oshiyotomo Yenkwa. We will see next time again. My name is Oluwafalakemi Busari. See you again. Thank you.